Lovely, jubbly, just tricked you there. God, look at the signal. That's got to be reviewed, especially on the Perfectdraft Pro. And it's just quite a lot heavier. Especially when Good afternoon, people. Right, it's taken longer to do this video, to start to do this video, than it will
to actually do it. Yeah.
If that makes sense,
To
because Michelle forgot that we'd run out of space and everything, and then as I highlighted everything to delete it all for her, it went wrong, didn't it?
You were definitely having problems there, Paul. Yeah.
Issues. It's my age, people. It's technology. It's getting a bit too much for me as I find to approach my twilight years and that. And it is causing a problem more often than not. Anyway, we're not here to talk about my issues. We're here to talk about the new kegs of the year. So, prior to this, you'll have seen the one I did where I talked about the 18 releases. We're going to briefly run over them, but more what we're going to concentrate on here is mine and Michelle's.
What's been our favourites of the year?
What's been our favourites of the year?
These that have come out this year.
It's been a great year, as I said in the last video. As a Perfectdraft owner, it's been an absolutely fantastic year, isn't it?
Well, it's been absolutely brilliant. There's so much variety been about, so much good quality, good beer. So
there's been there's been a couple of iffy ones, you know. A certain man talked about a banger called Hopped in something, you know.
Nothing's ever perfect.
No. Well, actually, George Michael was pretty close, and so was John Lennon. Just saying.
About time you got rid of them. I was getting on my nerves.
No, because you know what's going to happen. They're going to go to pour the beer.
And it's going to poke you in the eyeball.
And it's going to poke me in the eyeball. And Michelle's going to laugh, and, you know, that's how it works. But, yeah, it has been a fantastic year. While we're doing this, Michelle's going to sample a Keller, talk a little bit about that. And which I'll pull now, isn't it?
Yeah, that'd be great.
I've got the right machine, haven't I? No. Oh.
Nearly ended up with something else then.
Nearly another PJT classic. And they are happening today, aren't they? There we go. I know it's a special, but you know, you like that on camera, didn't you? You're supposed to say, yeah, it's not that bad.
All of mine seem to end up with about 2-inch heads.
Yeah, well, we're trying to make your drinks all right.
Yeah, I thought that was probably your plan.
So, I have a Jan Pilsner, and Michelle has a Funky Keller with an exclusive 3 big finger head.
Indeed.
So yeah, obviously we'll go into it, which will obviously along the line here now. You've got Vocation, you've got Frankie Keller, you've got Grand Pilsner. Now, if you pick them out, if you're running any other machine, mentioning no names, there's one was saying, I don't know, Red something, but I can't remember. It was the sole release. Anyway, if you're any other machine, just these 3 would be an absolute dream for the year, wouldn't they?
Definitely.
Let's be honest. But when you've got 15 others to go into the mix, it's kind of somewhat good.
You sit there and you think, well, that was good. I like that. Oh, where's that going to come into my equation of what would be sort of my top 5?
Yeah, well, this is just the top 5 of the year, not top 5 or top 10 kegs. I mean, come on, let's be honest. They're not
all time, though. This is new releases, yeah.
As I say, there was a couple of iffies. Brewdog Hopped in Harmony. You know, a lot of people felt the Magic Rock Orange Stout and the Camden Pale Ale. That's the dog, by the way, not me. But then there was some classics. As I say, we've just mentioned 3 here. There was another one that was a hit and miss, which would be Koppenberg, which we tried everything to get into, and trust me, no way.
I think that's that was aimed at a younger audience.
Sold out, so
And
they're doing something right there.
It was popular with some people, so it might not have been our thing, but I think it was a good keg for them.
Lost Lager was another. Although I enjoyed it at first,
Yeah,
I found
it was
it got
just a
too.
little bit average.
I found it got too hoppy. When you're putting Lost Lager up against these three, you're not coming anywhere close, are you? Obviously, one of your favourites. I was about to say the bottles. I moved them. So there's meant to be another keg here, but just don't worry about that. Ninkasi was one that we were fortunate enough to obviously get the keg, which I did tell everyone it was limited, which was told to me from Jack and that. But it was a great find, and you were fortunate enough to drink it on draft.
Yeah.
The other weekend, which was really good, wasn't it?
It was amazing. It brought back how much I actually enjoyed that keg when I got to sample it.
And we have got a bottle where we'll go over it again, and obviously mention this one, won't we? Obviously you had your Corona Zero, which there's a time and a place for that. I didn't mind it, and then you got your Mont Blanc, which for a darker beer really drew me in, didn't it?
Yeah, you was quite taken with that one.
You know, you got your Stay Pub, your Tiny Rebel, and you also had Mahal. Mahal, whatever you want to call it. It's the same. It's the same thing. It's red and white, and it's not a bloody arsenal.
Yeah, that was another one that I think, on its own, it was a good release. It wasn't. It's not a bad beer at all. Some of them, I just feel that with the big selection, some of them are just going to come across a little bit average.
Yeah, Camden Marzen. We didn't mind it.
I actually thought that was a good attempt.
Oh, did you? No, I preferred it to Hacker, as I said in the video that I got ripped for, but I was only telling the truth, and I'm a Hacker fan, so you can kind of view that on what way you want, can't you? I'll say, we're not going into your re-releases on this one. I've done that on a video prior to this, if you check about what a year 2023 is for Perfect Draft. So this is more about our top 5, and we kind of beg to differ on most of it, haven't we? Well, actually, no, we're around the same.
It is around the same. Maybe like I'm liking that a little bit more than he does, and vice versa with some things. But
yeah, I mean, so we were going in. Oh, I'm on 3 on that. Yeah. Oh no, I get it because I've got. So basically, we've got a mix max, and a different keg, which is good. So basically, if we were saying number 5, we're pretty sure we're both at the same with the Left Blanche.
Yeah. I would definitely go on that. That was a grower. It was a really nice keg.
Exactly, hitting the nail on the head. It was a grower because I first had it on bottle and we knew nothing about it coming out on Perfect Draft, despite what everyone says. I wasn't sure, and then we'd had another bottle, and then it came out in keg. And at first, even on the keg, I wasn't that sure. I still don't think it compares to Hogarth or the 2 Franks. In my opinion, it's the weakest link of the 4 Bisons. And if you actually go along the line of Left Spring, which comes back maybe between February and April, which is borders on a wheat beer, it's not as good as that. But in its own right, it is still a good beer. And as I say, it grew and grew, didn't we?
I did enjoy it. I found it to be one of those ones that you start drinking it and you're a little bit, what do I think of this? And you start drinking it and your palate really adjusts to it, and then you start to really enjoy it. Yeah,
it takes time. And it did. It took me a keg to get used to it. And then when we had the second keg, we still got another 2, didn't we? Because of the strength of what I had on the second keg. So we basically put that in at number 5.
Indeed.
Haven't we? So on this occasion, Michelle was actually right, because it is the 5th best release. I mean, I was bordering, funny enough, with Camden Marzen with that, and then I thought, as it goes on, and it's not, and number 4, Michelle's gone for the Vacation. Now this Vacation I absolutely loved as well. I've got it slightly higher, when Michelle's more the pale ale person than me, but I got bang into that keg, didn't I? And luckily we still got another one, but I put Mount Blanc at number 4 rather than Hop Skip, because the reason was I've never been that much into a dark beer as that, have I?
But you really were taken with that one.
And I actually preferred that one. If you watch back in the videos, we put it head to head against Ninkasi. You went for Ninkasi.
Yeah.
I went for that. I just feel that offered so much, you know. I've always panicked when things are really dark, but there was just something addictive in that beer, and God help me, we hope that both of them from France come back. I think
definitely.
if the European success was anything like the French, like the English success, for the amount we all had, I think where they get circled round, I think you'll get them again next year. I mean, we did try and ask when we were in there, but they didn't really know what the machine even was, did they? So it wasn't their forte. So yeah, whereas the Michelle's gone for hop skip, I've gone for the Dumont, the Mount Blanc. And at number 3, Michelle has actually gone for Ninkasi, which is 6.5% ABV. She's absolutely blown away with it.
It was just something really unique and different. The acacia flower that's used, the sweetness that you get there, the tad of honey, which could sometimes not work, but in this case it really, really worked with that drink.
Yeah, I panicked.
The lovely biscuity malt taste
lager
there. It was so well balanced out and such a unique flavour. Really refreshing, pleasant drink. So that one for me, yeah, that has to come right up there.
Yeah, no, for me as well. I mean, I feel cruel leaving Ninkasi out of the top 5, because in any normal top 5 it would be there. And I didn't, you know, I was like, oh yeah, okay, but then the Mount Blanc came out literally a few days later. We still had that in, and we were messing about, and I thought, I prefer that one, which wasn't quite meant to be. They're both 6.5% as well. Both like hidden gems, slightly bordering on your rocket fuel if you're not careful.
They're the kind of beers that you just think to yourself, wow, I don't know if I'm going to like that or not when you read up about it. But you try them and you're right, they've really got that right. The balance of the flavours in those beers are great.
Yeah, no, and obviously, as I say, I put hop skip at number 3, whereas the Michelle went at number 4, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So then you've got the top 2. So this is going to be, and this is a real tough one for me, as I'm an absolute Frankie fan, always have been. I scream for the Keller beer, along with, well, mainly for Michelle and for myself, if I'm honest. But, and I don't know how to say this. For me, it's not number 1. It's just, I don't know. For whatever reason, I've had a few kegs of both of them now. I've actually drank a Keller and a Hertong on my own, an occasion, and I got more out of that than I did that. And I'm not being in that. God, blimey, the dog's just scared to get out of here. God, Jesus. I'll just knock to the empty kegs with the dog just. But I don't know.
No, yeah, this
it's a tough one.
It is really tight for me, because I do absolutely love Brown Pilsner. I think it's an absolutely fantastic drink. I like the depth of flavour that you get from this. This is so full of flavour, and it's a really, really lovely drink. It flows down.
Yeah. Well, that's a problem though in some ways, because it's 5.7, so you're bordering on your higher ABVs, and you don't see it coming. But
the
Keller
Keller for me
5.2
is my anytime, anywhere, any weather, any mood beer. I always enjoy it.
Not a loose woman.
Just come out with something like that. It just really is
Martini,
so
right? Anytime, any place.
pleasantly drinkable that it doesn't matter what the occasion is, what your mood is. It always flows down. So therefore, for me, to be such a great all-rounder is what I find it, then it's always going to come at number 1.
Yeah, fair enough, isn't it? So I'm like 1, 2, you're 2, 1.
Yeah.
2, 1, 2, 1,
so
2.
We're kind of the opposite way round on
Yeah,
that. But that was close for me, because I did find this an exception for me.
well, yeah, obviously, and we listen, well, not so much we listen, but we hear what other people say, and I think that the vocation overall will be pushing with the Grand Pilsner for the Keg of the Year. I think probably, as everyone else is concerned, the vocation will probably pip them both. But it's definitely these 3. There's nothing else.
Yeah, I think so.
Right
from
up there.
what
Then
we
Cassie
hear.
and obviously Mont Blanc, they weren't around for long enough, because they were strictly limited. Obviously, not everyone got a chance to try them, which was unfortunate for the people that, if you didn't have enough money that month or something.
I think then Cassie might have been a little bit of a unique flavour for people. I don't know. I found it very well balanced, and those flavours were subtle enough not to be.
Yeah, but it was
too
easy
in your face
to get into it.
Yeah, exactly.
It was,
so it was still really easy drinking.
yeah, no, it was a great lager. It was one that we were unsure about, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And we've got the glasses now. They better bring it back. Bring it back.
Yeah,
Perfect
so-
draft. I've got 3 glasses, 2 pints and 1 half. One she pinched. I told her not to. It's bad. Terrible.
I got
said,
given
"All you've got to
mine."
do is-" I got given mine. Get it in the bag. I'd have it die hard sometimes, didn't they? But no. Altogether, it's been a great year, hasn't it?
Yeah, you really can't fault the selection. Just when you think, oh, there can't be anything else coming out, because there have been so many good releases. Oh wow, something else is coming out, and for me, a lot of the time they've been really good.
Yeah. As I say, nothing's going to please everyone. It's impossible for any company that we're all going to say, well, every single keg is fantastic. It's not like that. There's 3 kegs, as I named you earlier, that unfortunately I wasn't very keen on at all. There's a couple of
It's still
ones,
his personal preference.
which I say, but someone else might be, actually not many, but someone else might be on the particular ones. And as you said, something like Koppenberg appeals to them people, which I get that. Don't appeal to me. I think if you'd have brought out the big Orchard Pig, not the one we had, the other one, the higher level of it, I think that would have absolutely flown out.
Yeah, I did enjoy that one.
Yeah, different,
In the
different
bottle, I
level.
enjoyed that one.
Yeah, different level, wasn't it? And of course, on the keg, and people can say the keg's very similar to the bottle and cider. That's totally wrong. We put them up against it, and we had another person doing it with us.
Yeah.
And it's not, no, it's not at all. Well, not in our opinion, or the other person that was here.
Yeah,
Wasn't it?
no, it was better. For me, anyway.
Yeah, Harry was here as well. There was
Yeah, I
3 of us.
remember.
So, what can we say? Yeah, what a year. So, they're promising great things already for 2024.
I know, I'm wondering how they're going to top this year off with all those releases and what is to come for 2024.
It will be interesting.
It will be.
What can I say? Thanks for watching, and bonjour.
Bye.